What's going on, internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TVH, and to be honest, I am in utter shock. Reason being is Ubisoft might have a heater tucked away, and I didn't see it coming. In this video, I will be discussing my first impressions of Immortals Fenyx Rising. If you've never heard of this game, it looks familiar. It's because it was originally called Gods and Monsters when it was revealed in 2019, but they recently rebranded the title of the game. Now, before we get into the video, quick disclaimer. Everything I'm about to discuss is solely based off the vertical slice that I got to play. Ubisoft gave me a couple hours of hands-on time with this game, and that's strictly what I'm commenting on. Also, keep in mind this title is still a work in progress and things are subject to change. Alright, Fenyx Rising. Let's talk about it. This shit is fire. And when I say fire, I mean, when I got to the end of my demo session, the Ubisoft employees asked me for some feedback, and I deadass had no complaints. And for those of you who are new to my channel, because I'm pretty sure this video will attract some new people, that's very rare. And I'm sure I'll find something that I don't like when the full game drops, but in this demo, I could not find a lot that I didn't like. It was one thing, and we'll talk about it later. The best way I can describe this game is imagine Breath of the Wild's open world being influenced by Greek mythology, then having a baby with a combat system that's similar to Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, sprinkle in a little Assassin's Creed climbing parkour, plus a unique sense of humor. And this is basically what Fenyx Rising is. This game felt like a better version of Darksiders. I cannot tell you what was going on in the story because Ubisoft threw us in the middle of the campaign, but what I can tell you is I got to play a few campaign missions and I got to explore the open world, at least a certain region of it, and I got to see what the side quests were like. And first and foremost, traversing the environment was a lot of fun. The main character can run, jump, and fly all over the map, so it made you want to explore the world. And what's also cool is you get a horse that you can summon at any time, so you can jump off a cliff, glide across, and then summon a horse out of thin air to keep riding. Traversing the environment, it felt like Batman's Arkham series if Batman was blessed by Zeus. It makes for a good time once you get the ebb and flow of the actual movement. Then there's the combat. Now, my initial impressions were, feels like a button masher, and reason being is one thing y'all have to understand is when we demo games early, they just throw us in the deep end. I didn't know the controls and not a lot was explained about the game, so I was trying to figure out how to play the game as I was playing it for the first time. And it was about an hour into my play session that it clicked for me that the combat was much deeper than I thought.
All right. What's up? Take it up. We gonna take it down. Oh, hold on. Oh, yo, I'm not gonna lie. That animation was kind of fire, bro. Hold on. I did not know I could do that. Whoa. Oh damn.
Not only is there perfect dodges that slow down time like Bayonetta, but there's also a combo system that strings abilities together, and you can juggle enemies with the multiplier being on the side to keep track of how you're doing. I'm not saying this is as deep as Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, but what I am saying is this game had more depth than I expected. The combat is just flat out fun. Between the combo system, abilities, and fighting big mythological creatures, I was sitting there like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm tired of games like The Last of Us 2 taking themselves so seriously. This is just old-fashioned fun. And you know how I know I really like this game though? Not only did the world feel inspired by Breath of the Wild, but understand this is an action-adventure RPG just like Breath of the Wild, meaning it has dungeons and puzzles. I can't stand puzzles in games, but they didn't bother me in this game. I was actually thoroughly engaged by them. They were unique and just challenging enough to where I wasn't bored nor pulling out my hair. The only negative that I could find in my playthrough was there is a stamina bar in this game. During combat, it didn't bother me too much, but more so when traversing the environment. Stamina was used during flying, climbing, fighting, etc. And I got a little annoyed a couple times because I couldn't climb a wall. I would keep falling because I didn't have enough stamina. Like imagine Assassin's Creed, like the animations, I think they copy and pasted the animations. They looked exactly like Assassin's Creed animations. Imagine climbing a wall and then not having a stamina and literally just flying off, I cannot fucking talk. Falling off the wall and then losing a bunch of health and dying. It was kind of annoying. So if you don't have potions on you, be aware of that. Make sure you have them. The workaround, of course, is to keep the potions on you. And to be fair, it wasn't hard finding crafting materials to craft new potions, so just be mindful of that. I wasn't really picking up materials to craft because I mean it was a demo and I was trying to see as much as possible. I wasn't really trying to focus on crafting and stuff like that, so just be mindful of that. Also, since this is an RPG, know that there is a skill tree. I didn't get to play with it though. The build that they gave us, they had us locked into certain abilities, so I can't comment too much on the skill tree. But what I will say is I got to glance at it and it did look deep. It did look like there were a lot of abilities and things that you can unlock. But like I said, I didn't get to play with it. I just kind of got to skim through it and look at it. But all in all, I can't lie. I was impressed. Not to sound like a hater, but I was actually kind of upset Ubisoft stomped me. I was sitting there with my mouth wide open in disbelief. But it is what it is. I'm not a hater. I give credit when credit is due. I enjoyed Fenyx Rising and I look forward to the full release in December. Now, if you found this video insightful, please remember to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you folks on the next video. Peace.